What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So the family is flying up north to Copper Harbor, Michigan. This is usually a 4-day weekend is what we usually do. Get off work Thursday evening, drive as far as we can, which is usually right around Green Bay, Wisconsin. Wake up the next morning and drive up to Michigan early morning on Thursday. And this is us rolling into Copper Harbor. So checking into the hotel at King Copper, and we're actually going to load up and shuttle to the top, and Neely is going to let me flow down to check out the trails.
Like 17?
So up at the top of the ridge, she's going to say, peace, see ya, and I'm going to hit the trails. This is going to be Flow. Flow is one of the intermediate trails here at Copper Harbor. It's a great family trail.
Here we go. Flow. First time riding after my road bike incident.
Rewind.
Like with any cycling, there's chances of wrecks. And somehow I hit that and it threw me forward and I went down. Good. My wheel came off and I got this. I can feel it in my ribs too.
Yeah, so just a quick recap. I always do a fundraising ride in the fall for the Tour de Cure, which is raise money for diabetes. And I went down on my Century ride over the bars, and I'm pretty sure I bruised my ribs and wasn't sure if I was going to ride too much here at Copper Harbor. So this ride right here is literally me testing out if I'm going to be able to ride this weekend or not. And as you can see, I'm feeling okay, pretty good. Pretty good, but not too great, not wonderful. But I'm thinking towards the end of this ride, hey, I might be able to actually do this.
There it is. And then this is how you can get back. This is a little technical. I don't know if I want to take my wife on this. I guess it was. Oh. If you're doing the shuttle, they just ride the road back. I'm going to the hotel, so I'll take this.
It's fun?
It's pretty good. All right, you go first. Nice and easy.
All right, feeling good, so let's take Micah down Flow, the same exact trail that I just did.
It's not magically feeling better right now. You got that bridge up here, but it's not slick at all. It's easy. You think Mom will do that?
No.
So here is Overflow with what jumps over
Someday,
Flow.
bro. I'm gonna do this. You just carry your speed. I know, easy said, done hard.
Then done.
But you just, yeah, easy say, done hard, whatever.
Hey, as we say in the Stiegel family, deep and deep.
All right, so we are flowing down. Micah's favorite part about Flow is Daisy Dukes. So Daisy Dukes, if you remember on the trail, a couple of shots, they built some tabletop jumps right in the middle of Flow. So if you don't want to do them, you can bypass them another way. But obviously, Micah loves his little tabletop, so did that. Checked out the very end here.
Nice. Cool.
And we're heading back to the hotel, so you can also take the road. This is essentially where,
Thank you.
if you're shuttling, the shuttle takes you back to the Keweenaw Adventure Company's spot.
Look at that view.
Lake Superior. Look at that. It's a butte,
All right, I'm
Clark.
gonna send
It's a
it.
butte.
Big, fat, deep and deep. Let's do a TikTok right here.
Okay.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now.
Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby.
All right, so it's day 2, waking up Friday morning. We're going to go to the Tamarack Inn, just up the road from our hotel. It's pretty much just a basic mom and pop type breakfast joint. So biscuits and gravy, you've got pancakes, you've got French toast. Pretty good. Pretty good spot. You're not going to have a ton of options when you go to Copper Harbor, so just keep that in mind.
Well, I don't have my seatbelt on. Please hold. Say hi, Lexi.
Hi, Lexi.
All right. So, just got done with breakfast. This is the first day, Friday, and I want to head out on the Keweenaw Point Trail and check it out on the midnight so that we can see what's doable for the family, what's not doable for the family. Ride through the East Bluff too. But parts of the second phase of the Keweenaw Trail I have not done. What's wrong, Lexi? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because I'm wearing my helmet in the
I'm
car.
gonna head out on the midnight. Now, Neely is actually taking me up to the top of where the Mountain Lodge drop-off is, just because 41 can be a little sketchy climbing. Obviously, I'm on an e-bike. It wouldn't be hard physically to climb, but just for safety purposes, she's driving me up, and I'm gonna do, like I said, Red Trail over Paul's Plunge down to the Keweenaw Point, and then we'll check it out and see what it looks like. And it's still a balmy 48 degrees, so I've got long sleeves and pants on because I'm kind of a grandpa and I get cold. So
Let's. Is an understatement.
Yes, it is. So let's check her out.
So I said I'm riding the Midnight. What the Midnight is our e-bike. We call it the Midnight, one, because it's really dark and it's got slight tints of maybe teal and purple in the paint job, which is kind of cool. But two, we discovered an amazing band this year called the
All
Midnight.
right.
It's kind of a 80s rock band.
Red Trail,
So,
Dancing Bear.
Red Trail. So if you like, kind of 80s electronic rock music, check out the Midnight. Highly recommend it. We actually hit up the Midnight with a concert, took the whole family to it in
Little
Birmingham
skinny there.
in about 3 weeks from when this video was filmed. So the Red Trail. This is probably, when you talk to people who've been to Copper Harbor, this is one of the more rugged cross-country. There's no machine-built type trail features on this particular section of the trails. Look at
Beautiful
that
shot right there.
So it's essentially going to be kind of the far east side of what the the main trail system is. Not talking about the East Bluff.
Roll in, stay straight, and you should be good.
However, I am riding to the East Bluff, so you'll kind of see how you get there and which way to go. So when I've done the Red Trail before in the past, I'm just doing the Red Trail and heading back to, and you turn left right there.
I've never gone this way.
So when you turn left, it takes you pretty much right back to Copper Harbor.
What's this bridge look like?
Turn right, and this is going to take you out more eastward.
Very nice. Oh, was not ready for that.
It's still pretty steep.
Yeah, I carried his feet. Not gonna lie, I had the juice on. The old e-bike helped me get up it. Must be right here.
So here's Paul's Plunge. It says Black Diamond, but I'll tell you that this portion of Paul's Plunge is not very difficult whatsoever. There is a spot, and you'll see it where we turn right off of Paul's Plunge onto the Keweenaw Point Trail. That's where you've got more of the drops, more of kind of the rugged downhill type, not downhill fast downhill, but more
There's
technical.
rest of Paul's Plunge.
Yeah, and actually that says black.
Here's where-
double Black Diamond.
Keweenaw Point Trail, baby.
So now we're heading eastward towards the East Bluff. Essentially what this is you're right on the ridge, not ridge, but the side of the mountain, that there's a lake right near Lake Superior, and you'll actually kind of see, if you look to the left, it kind of opens up in some shots. You kind of see where you can go fishing, and there's a campground down there as well.
Freaking beautiful.
You're kind of up high a little bit from the lake and from the campground. At the very end of the first section of the Keweenaw Point Trail is this super, super long bridge. This bridge is like a 2 or 3 minute ride, and it's pretty cool. So now we're going to be popping up onto the gravel road that you can drive to get to the East Bluff, and you'll actually see that in one other section of this video, because I actually drive the family.
Turn in here.
I drive the family all the way out here instead of making them all right out here. So we're going to hang a left, and you can climb this road right here. That's actually a climbing hill. Hindsight, not knowing what I know now, probably would not have gone up summer school. This is, I'm pretty sure it's a two-way trail, so not a big deal, but you can haul the mail on that trail, and
God, I love this place.
hate to be going up of it. So this is the second section of the Keweenaw Point Trail, just past summer school. So this is where you're gonna see what it feels like. If I'm being honest, I know I'm on an e-bike, but this entire trail just feels like a slow, gradual downhill until you get to the very end of the actual peninsula. You could turn left right there, and it's a small black diamond
trail back there.
Black diamond trail, but I didn't have time. I wanted to get out and get back so I could take the family riding. But this ride, it was one of the best rides I have ever done as it relates to just a nice, fun, flow, intermediate trail that just kept going and going and going. It never stopped. It was a blast. It's not a super small or a super steep, decline. So even coming back, I don't have any video of me coming back because it's the same shots as me going down. But it's not even a difficult climb going back either. So the total ride of this, starting from the Keweenaw Mountain Lodge, going all the way across Red Trail, Paul's Plunge, the Keweenaw Point Trail 1 and 2, all the way to the end of the water, was about 25 miles, I believe. If we go up there next year, the entire family's going to do this ride. It is just so beautiful. And you hardly see anybody out here, too. And I know they've got plans to extend
I think
it.
I see the end.
But yeah, here's the end where you can see Lake Superior and these birds that I scare away. I'm sure they're not used to seeing too many folks out there at all. There's a little beach, as I call out, but this trail, this route was freaking amazing.
There's a beach. All right, ready?
So I headed back, and now it's time for the family ride. So the family ride is going to be all four of us going out riding. What we did was we started at a flow, and we parked the car at the top of the hill, and we left it. Instead of turning right, which would have been
And
flow,
these trees are turning down here, aren't they? Holy cow.
we turned left for Raptor Ridge.
Ooh. Pedal strike.
Raptor Ridge is a fairly new trail up at
All right,
Copper
there's a
Harbor,
little bit of a climb here.
but it's a
So
way
get
to
into an easier gear.
it's a way to connect the trails without going down on the edge, which used to be the only option if you wanted to get into these part of the trails. When you go up these trails, you can see to the right, there's a couple of jumps that they've built. Even though it's a slow, gradual climb up, apparently, all right, there's another jump right there. They've got some jumps that you can do. You're going to come up on Danimal, so Danimal's going to appear on your right. That's the start of Danimal with the drop, and Micah wanted to show Mom and Lexi how he could do it, so let's do it. So I'm towing him in the first
Pull
time.
up.
He's right behind me. It's about a 3-foot drop, 2 or 3 foot drop. And you keep going straight, you send Danimal. Here's Micah from the back, doing it another time. So then we got back on the trail, and we're gonna turn right on Whoopity Whoop.
Right, yep.
If you would have gone straight, it would have taken you back to the end of On the Edge. Now, Whoopity Woo is a nice intermediate trail. You'll see there's a couple of spots you can really carry some momentum and go pretty fast, or you can do it like Neely and Lexi and go right at the pace at which you want to. Then they also have some jumps built in. So if you look to the left there, I forgot that one was there, so I missed it. But there's a certain point where I'm
That's the other one that he did.
Oh, that's Danimal too. Yeah, that's a second drop off Danimal, a little bit farther down from the trail, so you can see what that looks like. But
Hey, can I get ahead of you guys right here?
yeah, so there's a couple of jumps.
To the bottom.
Yeah, I like to do these jumps. So past them, try to get some momentum to do these jumps. They're not big jumps, but fun jumps. And the trail, it's not difficult whatsoever. So you can ride it and just have a nice
I think I got
leisure
flat.
ride.
Do that on the midnight, dude.
We'll come back and do that trail.
You can?
We will come back. It's low. I burped it, and that's the
Oh,
problem.
you burped it?
Yeah, I did the first two, but I'm like, you know what?
There's the girls.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Mike is riding the fat bike, and he was a little bummed he couldn't do the jump, so I told him he'd come back and he could do it on the midnight, which is the bike that Lexi is riding. Nice, slow meandering through the woods. It's pretty.
Yeah, you might want to fix that if you don't want that on YouTube.
Got pretty. I love these wood bridges. That's the charm of what Copper Harbor and their trails have.
I'm trying to think. If we want more miles and a longer ride, we can go up Bullwinkle.
No.
I'm just not so sure it's going to be like, that was so fun. Then go straight. This will go whoopity-woo to Garden Brook.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on Bullwinkle, but from what I remember, it's not a showstopper. So there's another bridge.
I don't remember. Yeah, left.
Mama loves her babbling creeks, let me tell you. So this is Garden Brook that we're, well, the end of Whoopity Woo that will turn into Garden Brook. And you'll hear me call out, we actually come up where Danimal ends as well. And then from that point on, we're going to take Garden Brook all the way back to Copper
Right
Harbor.
here. That's where you fell.
If you look right straight ahead, you can see the jumps. Come on.
That's the end of it. Of Danimal.
So when you do the shuttle runs, you do Garden Brook a lot because typically you're going to be doing Danimal, which ends on Garden Brook, or you're going to do, Whoopity Woo, ends on Garden Brook.
You're doing great. Are you having fun?
Flying Squirrel, which ends on Garden Brook. So a lot of
Little
these
high on that
trails
berm there, young lady.
end on Garden Brook. The other call out about Garden Brook is it's two-way.
Yeah, gummit.
Mike can just scream. He just.
You okay?
Check in on him.
What'd you do? Hold on, let me see. What? Just how you crashed.
He's tough. He's all right.
Yeah.
Front end got too high and wiped out.
5 of us. All right.
See
4
if
of
they're
us.
climbing. So when you're doing Garden Brook, always keep your head up because if you don't take a shuttle, or you don't figure out how to shuttle yourself like we did,
just don't go on the road.
Garden Brook's usually where you're going to be
clear. Yeah. Still clear.
So that's 41. We're crossing over there. A little bit of trails, and then you end in the village of Copper Harbor.
We're going to turn left.
There it is.
Is it clear? Clear. Go ahead.
This is the main drag. If it went the other way, that'd be Keweenaw Adventure Company. There's Tamarack Inn, where we had breakfast this morning. Hang a right. And there is King Copper and Lake Superior Coal. Now,
oh boy, you got it good.
I'm going to hop on the Midnight, the e-bike, and I'm going to climb the road and the hill to get back to the car and bring the car back down. So you don't have to have an e-bike. I could have done it on the high tower, but that would not have been as quick as if I cranked up the juice and went up the hill. Nice, easy way to get the whole family to do a ride without having them have to do too much climbing and bringing the car back. And that's pretty much going to wrap up our day of riding this day. So then we went into Brickside Brewery.
Some Brickside, baby.
The only brewery that's in Copper Harbor. My daughter loves having these 0.5 pictures. So she had to take a picture of me with my beer and then had dinner at the Mariner North, which we pretty much ate there every night. Not too many options in Copper Harbor. So day 3, Mike is all about fishing too. So he woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning before the sun was up. Look at that shot. When you walk out of King Copper, this is the dock right outside of the hotel where you can go fishing right in the morning. So that's what he wanted to do, so that's what we did. Woke up and did some fishing. Then we walked over to the Jameson Bakery and got a thimbleberry donut. Now, thimbleberries are kind of known in Copper Harbor. When you're riding in the summer on the trails, you see these bushes with little berries on them. Those are called thimbleberries. And then you take this road, this same road that I was climbing yesterday on my e-bike. Now we drove out there with the family, and we're going to do the East Bluff. This is the East Bluff. So we're going to climb the hill, do it on the road instead of on summer school, because I learned that yesterday. And we are at the top of the hill right now, and there's a new trail that just opened up called Weatherproof with a sweet view of the mountains. And I've never been here. This is new to me. And I think it opened like 2 weeks before we were there, so pretty new to a lot of people. but nice shot of the mountains. So I'm gonna send them, Lexi and Mom, down a different trail, and Mike and I are gonna do a different trail as well. See if
So
you
right
can
here-
keep up with this.
Back out this way?
Nope. I'm saying when you go around this turn, you're gonna see a trail.
Okay.
Take that trail.
Okay.
You're gonna go down a hill. It's a green trail. They'll come up on another green trail.
Okay.
If you turn left, you're gonna go back up the hill.
Yeah,
Turn
that-
right, you go down the hill.
Okay.
And then it should spit you out right where we came up and stopped, where all those trails kind of converged, and we stopped for a second, and then go down the hill from there. You could take.
So they're going down a green
we're
trail,
gonna take.
and we're taking Weathertop down to Florian. Weathertop isn't very difficult, from what I remember. It's kind of on the side of the mountain, kind of like this, you know, but nothing difficult. But we wanted to do Florian. Florian's a pretty fun, fast, flowy trail with some rock and some rock slabs in it. But literally, this trail, I believe, opened up like 1 or 2 weeks before we were there. So I was
The leaves are
super
falling.
pumped that I got to ride the new trail. And then this is where the top of the trail is, where you can turn right for the green trail.
So we
or
doing flow
straight-
riding?
Or straight for Florian. So that's Florian. You can see, obviously. So I didn't say this, I guess, at the start of the video, but we are up in Copper Harbor like the 3rd week of September. That's a roll of the dice, because you could be dealing with potential snow and super cold weather during that time. We lucked out. It was beautiful weather. I want to say low 60s every day, no weather. Or I'm sorry, no rain.
That was
it was
whipsaw.
perfect. Picture perfect.
Rock!
All right, so let's talk about Flo Ryan. Flo Ryan is
Roll up
fun.
on it, you're fine.
I
Stop!
stopped him on this one. Want to make sure he was good.
Stop!
Walk me through it.
You can do it. So what I would do is just try to come right down there. Okay? Get it.
It looks a lot gnarlier from up top than down below.
Send it style, Steagle style.
So it's an intermediate trail, but it's more advanced than, like, I would say, flow. So if you've got someone who wants to do this trail, just make sure they can do a couple of those kind of rock slab type roll downs, like what Mike just did. Otherwise, you're probably going to be walking a couple of sections on this trail. But overall, if you're a decent intermediate, you won't have any problem. But if
What do
you're
you
a
think?
beginner, dipping your toe
It's
into
fun, wasn't it?
intermediates, it
It's
might be a
tech.
challenge. All right, so I actually hopped on the midnight so I could climb up the hill a couple more times really quick while the family waited for me. So I'm doing Citrus Tech. This is a black diamond, and at the top of the hill, it's just a couple of kind of rock sections, you know, nothing too gnarly. But then it starts getting into having some of these jumps that I was not expecting. Hindsight, I would have loved to go back there, and I could probably session some of these jumps and really try to do them. But when you're rolling up on them for the first time by yourself, you're not sure what they are. That's a pretty big one, pretty big gap with that turn jump. But a lot of cool jump sections on this trail that I would like to go back and really try to
I'm rolling up on
hit
it.
up. Then they've got a couple of really big rock slab rides. One of them I did. One of them I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna knee and deep, and I ended up walking it. A couple of these jumps are pretty big and pretty peaky too. Obviously, like anything in Copper Harbor, very, very well built. But this is definitely on my list when I go back to hit everything a couple times. Now that I know somewhat what to expect. There's one of the rock rolls. Give a minute to do this guy.
Wow,
There's another one.
those are good. That's steep. Could have done that.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, bro. The rock section. Another rock section. There's one more that caught me off guard. It's a little bit bigger than what I thought it was going to be, but still big. This guy.
Michigan. Whoa.
And I'm like, nope.
Oh, no way. Where's the sissy line?
No sissy line, so I had to like lug that E-bug down that hill, which is not fun. And that was Citrus Tech. So one more climb back up the hill, and I'm gonna do
Flow riding.
You start with Flow Ryan, and
Flow
then you
Ryan.
turn off to the right.
Into Whipsaw.
Whipsaw, there you go. And then finish off on Summer School. So you connect 3 different trails essentially. Whipsaw also was surprised. It was really fun. You could carry some really good momentum and some speed on this trail. A couple of jumps mixed in, a couple of small little rock gardens, but I'll tell you, this one is easier than Flow Ryan. So someone who's somewhat of a beginner, dipping their toe into intermediate, like I said, where I would not take them on Flow Ryan, you could take them on Whipsaw and then end the day on Summer School, which Lexi and Neely rode down Summer School and had a blast on it, so there you go.
That would suck.
The East Bluff is definitely a new part of Copper Harbor that they're really trying to develop. I haven't seen the latest to know how many other trails they've added or working on, but this is going to be the newer section of Copper Harbor. I don't think they're going to be doing too much more building in the old area.
School of the summer.
And I don't know if they're going to try to make this somewhat of a shuttle, like obviously the other one is as well, but a lot of work being done on the Keweenaw Point Trail, which I did earlier yesterday on the ride. And the East Bluff, I think, is probably where it's going to be. I think the other reason why East Bluff is getting all the development is with who owns that particular trail system as well. I think I'm not sure the specifics of it, but it may be the county that owns the ground in the other trail system. And maybe it's, I don't know all the specifics. I'm sure you can Google and find out. What I'm trying to say is East Bluff is where you're going to see all the development, all the new trails, and all the fun stuff. So check it out. So Summer School, talking about Summer School, they have a couple of nice jumps where they do a couple of rock gardens that you can actually bypass or go through. It's a nice, fun, flowy, intermediate trail that you can take anybody with any skill level on it, but you can also, if you want to go fast, you can go fast and have a lot of fun too. So that is East Bluff. So all right, we're back up. So this is Mike and I. This is our epic picture that we always take when we go to Copper Harbor. Neely shoveled us up. Mike is riding the tall boy because he wants to do Danimal. Danimal is probably one of my favorite trails that we do in Copper Harbor. One of the other ways we can get there, besides what we did with Raptor Ridge with the family, is taking On the Edge.
Well, get some pictures of you.
So On the Edge is famously known for all these cool looking bridges to get you down to Danimal. There's another way you could take it, but we took the shortcut straight to the bridges.
Is that how it's done?
See you, boom, one! Alright, so here's a shot of myself going down the bridges. It's a lot probably more intimidating than what it really is. Oh God, it's so stinking beautiful. Cool shot. Alright, it's time for some jump attack. Hang right.
Keep going.
This is technically whoopity.
There's a little rock section right here that's kind of tricky.
Remember, this is what we rode with the girls. And we're gonna
I didn't even do it.
get through this section.
You screwed me up. Good job.
Right there is where we turn left with Lexi, Micah, and Neely. But we're turning right because we are sending Danimal, sending style, Seagull style. Here we go. God, I love this trail. Just watching it on video makes me go back to Copper Harbor.
This is on a difficult side. Huh?
Nope, you didn't want to do it.
Be safe and sorry.
So an easier line is to the left. You see it to the right, where we went the first time. And these jumps are just drilled perfectly. There's a drop that we went under, which likes kneeling.
Yeah, it is.
And here's where the jumps really start. That sign just called it a double black diamond. I would not consider this a double black diamond. I always thought of it as a black diamond. That's what MTT Project calls it. But what do I know?
You gotta go
I'm from
faster, man.
Indiana. He was going a little bit too slow, and therefore it's tough to make these jumps if you're not going fast enough. That's the other thing about rock solid when you're building these trails is they know exactly how to build them. So you don't, as long as you don't hit your brakes, you're going to make all these jumps and make it really, really good. If you go too slow, you're not going to make it. If you look to the right, coming up here, you're going to see where we ended with the family working next. Right there, you can see it towards the right there. Yep, right there is where we kind of merged. That's where we ended with the family, and now we're on guard. But let's do it again. So we're gonna do it one more time. It's actually starting to slightly sprinkle, so we were like, let's go and let's go right now. So here's another shot of us doing on the edge. And this time, I'm gonna lead us into Danimal, because I want to make sure I got plenty of speed to do all these jumps. So one more time. And as we finish out watching Danimal, this is what I'll tell you about Copper Harbor. So after this, we headed into Houghton, had some beer at Keweenaw Brewing Company, and had some pizza. Houghton's a fun place to go, and there's actually some trails there. And Michigan Tech, didn't ride it this year, but maybe next year. And then just headed back to Copper Harbor and drove home the next day. I love my Copper Harbor trips. It's nothing like you can ever experience pretty much anywhere else that I have, because it's so remote. Your cell phone doesn't work in a lot of places, and you're really just in a small little village. You got a couple of restaurants, you got one brewery, one little general store, and it's just like this small little community where you can just walk around and ride your bike. Check out Copper Harbor, put it on your list. It is a stinking blast. Take your family, take your friends who want to do some really big stuff. They have like double black diamond stuff that I didn't even touch this year. Overflow, a couple other trails. I don't know if downtown is still open or not, but there's plenty for everybody to do. They've got shuttles where you can buy shuttles. This is us having a little bit of fun in Houghton, as we went shopping and had some pizza and beer. But hit us up if you've got any questions about Copper Harbor or how to make that trip special for you. This is actually a shot of what it looks like on the drive back to Copper Harbor, where you can look at some of the views. So here's Lexi kind of being, whoa, don't know about that. But thanks for riding along. Flock of Steagulls. Peace out, Suggas. Have a good one, and see ya!